Shall we call him?
Yes, sir.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Sonu. I'm not going to shake hands because of the corona.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Sorry, sir.
Sonu Singh, please sit down.
Thank you, sir.
So Sonu Singh, since we are maintaining a lot of social distance, I will allow you to take off your mask.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. I can see in your PIQ that you are from Dinara, Rohtas, Bihar.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Tell me 3 historical facts of Bihar.
See, from ancient times, sir, I will start. It was the center of knowledge because we have the world's first university, Takshila University and Nalanda University, sir.
How many commands are there in the Air Force and where are they located?
Sir, there are 5 commands, operational commands, and 2 are training functional commands. The first command is Central Command in Allahabad, UP. Eastern Command in Shillong, Meghalaya. Western Command is in Delhi, Subrato Park. Southwestern Command is in Gujarat. And the Southern Command is in Trivandrum, Kerala. And 2 functional training commands are in Bangalore, Karnataka, and maintenance command is there in the Nagpur, Maharashtra.
What about Southwestern Command? Where is it exactly? Tell me the place.
Southwestern Command. So I don't know the exact place. I have it's over there.
Okay. So it is in Gandhinagar. You should know that.
Yes, sir. In Gandhinagar, Gujarat.
Tell me 3 greatest mathematicians which India has produced, and tell me what was their contribution and in which era or which period they were.
Sir, the Mr. Aryabhat, who has discovered the zero and his a lot of contribution to the arithmetics and geometry, sir. Second one, the Ramanujam, and third, from Bihar, Anand Kumar. He is one of the Asia's best mathematics, sir.
Okay, you didn't tell me their periods, in which period they were. You have answered half the question only.
Sir, I'm not remembering the period, sir, because
Okay.
I used to forget the dates.
So nor you told me their contribution except the Aryabhatta. Okay, doesn't matter. Tell me, what do you understand by the Pythagoras theorem?
Sir, in a right angle triangle, the sum of squares of base and the perpendicular is equal to the square of hypotenuse, sir.
You got very poor marks, or rather average marks in your 10th, 12th and also in your BSc. Very average marks. What could be the reason for it? Also, you were not able to qualify for your NDA in spite of repeated attempts even in your CDS. What could be the reason, in spite of you being so keen to join the armed forces, yet you couldn't clear any of these written examinations? Why?
Sir, since I am from a very rural place, there hardly any resources are there. I have done without any coaching. I have got these marks, sir. Since I have told you, sir, I was not good at GS. Every time in CDS also my GS portion was very weak. That's why I couldn't clear the NDAs. And the CDS also, the third paper GS, I couldn't clear the cutoff, sir.
Are you preparing for defense written exams like NDA, CDS, AFCAT or Sainik School Entrance Exam? Join our written exam preparation courses, practice mock tests and get expert mentor support. Call us at 725-940-7111.
So you are going to be interviewed like this. Do you find it difficult?
No, sir.
Do you think I asked certain questions which you couldn't have answered?
No, sir.
Do you feel that some extraordinary preparations is required for this?
No, sir.
So guys, the lesson which I want to give it to you is interview is actually a very simple process. You can easily guess all the questions. It is a semi-structured interview process where you virtually know all the questions which the interviewing officer is going to ask. Minor variation here and there. It depends on the style of the interviewing officer. some people may ask slightly in a different manner. Otherwise, the essence of the interview and the questions are also going to be more or less same. So, if you can control your nerves, if you can be little lively, if you can be confident, if you are smart, if you can impress the interviewing officer by your personality, if you have the required number of OLQs, qualities, if you are not too serious or too nervous or too tense, or you are not able to control your anxiety, obviously, in that case, you may have a problem. But 90% of the guys who have practiced, gone through that, trained themselves, are going to do exceedingly well in the interview process. And let me tell you, interview is going to make all the difference. Because it is easy, comparatively. Where a smart guy, which most of you are, can really create a very, very good impression. And interviewing officers are very liberal in giving marks. I have given numerous candidates more than 135. Can you believe it? Whereas others' marks are limited to about below 100. So interviewing officers tend to give very liberal kind of marks. So if you want to do well, prepare well for the interview. Now, as is the norm in the SSB Short Shot Academy, I want 5 guys to comment on his performance. Who are volunteers? 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 5. हाथ जरा लंबा खड़ा करो यार. हाँ, okay. So I am going to ask 5 guys as they can comment on him in front of you. First, who is the first one? Okay, go ahead.
He must just increase the knowledge. A little bit is not proper knowledge, and GK also. And he must know about the state and district. He is sometimes he is hesitated that he is not able to tell about the district which is belongs to. And when his sir is saying what are the quality so then he is saying loyal. We can't be a loyal to everyone. So he is just improve the things. And out of 100 marks, I will give the 44 marks to that.
Okay. Okay, sit down please. Next, yeah, you go ahead. You give your comments.
Sir, he was nervous.
Acha, listen louder.
Sir, he was nervous.
Okay.
He has a lack of confidence and he was not alert.
Okay.
You asked him 3 qualities which he want to improve, but he didn't. He gives a different answer for them.
Okay.
And his body language was not that correct. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I would like to give him 40 marks.
40 marks. Okay, any other point? Anybody who has noted down more points? Yeah, specky guy. Because he raised his hands before also.
So he must have been a little bit lively, and he must have shown a little bit. He was a bit serious over there and nervous too. The more impact, like knowledge, he was lacking in knowledge, and yes, sir, the same. And I feel like giving him 47 out of.
Okay, next. Yeah.
He needs to have some basic knowledge about the air force, especially air force and rank system. He lacked in it, and every time we asked the rank question, he didn't able to do that. And as a math teacher, he should have knowledge about the conversion of basic things. So I think he need to improve that. And in confidence, he was good, I think, but he was nervous and little bit liveliness is required from his side. I will give him 46 out of 100. Thank you.
Okay. Yeah. There.
So as all my friends said many things. What I observe is, as I have heard many myths about the SSB, as I am also fresher, so as a fresher he did well for me. But the only thing is, he should smile in between. He can show to SSB interviewing officer that he is not fully serious, but he can show through his smile that yes, he is comfort. Also for a fresher, he did well from my side.
Okay. Yeah. Next there. Anybody behind? Somebody was raising his hand time and again. Yeah. Go ahead.
Sir, everything was okay. I'm not going to judge his general knowledge awareness because it can be improved by practice and by hard work. But sir, I would like to mention that he was knowing much things, but he wasn't able to answer them just because of lack of confidence. He got depressed after not able to giving the answers of some questions. And as he is a math teacher, I know that he was able to answer the unit conversion questions and Pythagoras terms and conditions. But he wasn't able to give him the answer just because he got depressed and the nervousness was little high.
Okay guys. That's all. Anyone else who wants to comment on that? One last chap in case anybody is volunteer. Otherwise, I will start my comments. Ready? Yeah, let me see.
First of all, sir, being a Air Force candidate, he's going to attend the Air Force SSB. So he must know the command and structure of the Indian Air Force, and also the aircraft and helicopter which are used in the Indian Air Force. And being a mathematics teacher, he must know the basic formula and also the centimeter code means centimeter, feet, inch, and these all things. And when I observed that he doesn't know the adjacent state of Uttarakhand, and this is the basic thing he has to improve. And also if he improves his competence and his communication skill is better, and his body language is also better. And initially he was good, but ultimately he got little bit nervous. And if he improves his general knowledge, then he's as of my suggestion, he will be the Indian Air Force officer in future.
Okay guys, now look at this. You know, in the SSB we have a different marking system called ticks and marks, and these ticks are converted to marks. So that's a complicated system, but for you to understand that, the same thing I will explain to you in a different manner. I am going to give him in each officer-like qualities, like in the SSB, the gradings which are equivalent to ticks. What are these gradings? These are 4 gradings. The first grading is pass, second is average. Average means you have managed to pass but lots of scope for improvement. Okay? And the third is your borderline. Means you have failed but you are close to border. These are the gradings I am going to give you. And the last one is fail. So these gradings are equivalent to 6, 7, 8 and 9 which we give in the SSB, something like that. So that you understand better, I am trying to explain you this manner. So I will give him, if he's clear cut, I will say pass. If he just passed, okay, you know, high GBA type, so I will call him average, or he is around 90 marks, okay. And it means he's just clear but lots of scope for improvement. And thereafter borderline means he's not pass. Okay, lots of hard work is required to pass. And last is fail, of course, then he's very badly failed. He's somewhere at below average level. Is that understood? Yes. So look at this, how I give him the marks. And I will give that marks also from the 100 marks so that you can correlate. Look at this.
Make sure that you don't miss any of our free classes and exclusive new videos on SSB Show Short Plus. Subscribe now and hit the notification bell. Follow us on Instagram for more informative and motivational content, offers and updates related to the armed forces. Visit our website for numerous online courses and study material. Call us on 725-930-7111 for queries and registrations.
Here's factor 1. The first quality is effective intelligence. I have passed him. Second is reasoning ability. He is just average. Third is organizing ability. Again, he is average. The way he organizes himself, his life, his thoughts, so he is just average. Fourth is power of expression. There is a long way to go. He is average. Now is your factor 2. Social adaptability. He is again average. Cooperation, he is passed. Sense of responsibility, he is passed. He has done well in these 2 because he is a responsible guy. Look, the way he is helping his parents, the way he is financing his own education, the way he cooperates not only at home with his outer along with his friends, etc. That quality is coming out distinctly clear. He is very simple and very sincere and helping kind of character. Did you notice that? Now, his factor 3 is rather weak. Initiative, the kind of initiatives he's been taking, it is average, but I passed him. Confidence, he needs to do a lot. In fact, he was almost borderline, but I'm just, since it is his first attempt, I'm giving him a grace and I'm giving him average. Otherwise, he could have been borderline. Speed of decision, again, he is average. Now comes his ability to influence the group. Oh, that is where he has to work a lot. As a leader, he is not able to influence the group. He was not able to leave an impact among you all. So it is borderline. So he has failed in his ability to influence the group. Liveliness, again, he is rather too serious. He was not able to control his anxiety, his nervousness, his seriousness. You know, the whole interview is over. He couldn't even give a faint smile also. And he was sitting all through very tense, in spite of my telling him, relax, sit easy and all that. So his liveliness is, again, he's failed, he's borderliner. And thereafter his factor 4, which is dynamism. His determination is average because look at his marks, he couldn't. In spite of repeated attempts, he couldn't pass his examination. With great difficulty, in spite of being a tutor himself, he was able to finally crack the AFCAT examination. It shows a lack of determination. Okay, he could have done that better. And his courage factor is also just average. Okay, and his stamina, mental and physical stamina is again average. So with this kind of marks, he from me gets 85 marks out of 225. Usually we do not give 85 kind of marks. We give it 80 and below. So he could have come to 79 or 80 marks from me. But to make you understand, I'm giving him 85 marks. Had I given him from 100, I would have given him, with that marking style of our SSB Short Academy, I would have given him 45. Is that understood? Yes, sir. Okay, guys, that is what the marks. And look at certain things which I have made the notes about him. This guy, right in the beginning, I have noted down, he was tense. In spite of we being so friendly here, in spite of this group, he has been with this group for the last 6-7 days. Yes, little bit nervousness is but natural. There is nothing wrong being a little nervous. Guys, whenever you will come, a bit of anxiety, a bit of nervousness is acceptable. We also understand that. But it should not go beyond your control. Because if you are little nervous, in fact, your blood circulation moves faster and you are able to think better and you are able to answer quickly, you are more alert. But the moment the nervousness goes beyond your control, well, then there is a problem. You guys understand? So he was tense, he was serious, he was a bit anxious, he lacked liveliness. See, that's the reason I failed him in that. He says that he's very keen to join, but he lacks motivation and passion for the Air Force. He couldn't answer simple basic questions. Did you notice that? Yes, sir. Simple basic questions of the Air Force he couldn't answer. It means he lacks preparation, lacks hard work, lacks focus, lacks motivation, lacks passion. See this. Okay. His confidence is not up to the mark. Knowledge is both about the general awareness and knowledge about the armed forces is again not up to the mark. His body language is not pretty good, not very impressive. So he needs to develop his smartness and impressiveness. Okay. And his communication skills are again not up to the mark. He can further work upon his power of expression, guys. Okay. So regrets, he has too many regrets in life. One odd regret is fine. Okay. So you preferably should have a role model. I asked him, though he told after later about the dhwani, which he answered later pretty well. Okay. Yes, he himself has accepted that. He's got this casual attitude. He's got a lazy, which is getting revealed from his actions also. The way he has taken the preparation for the SSB, for the Air Force, it displays a bit of casual attitude there also. You agree? So guys, these are the main things he has to work upon. and which is not very difficult. If he does that, he is certainly going to do better. Rest of the things I have generally been able to clear him. You must have noticed whether it was effective intelligence, reasoning ability, cooperation, all those qualities, sense of responsibility. Factor 4, I was able to generally take him along. But certain things he has to really take care of him. Is that understood?
Yes, sir.
Okay, guys, that is how the interview of the candidate is going to take place in the SSB. If you have any doubts, you can ask me. Anyone? Surprisingly, no doubts? Okay.